It's all up to you. I know that many of us often feel as though that our lives are really being buffered about by forces far beyond our control. But this mentality is a falsism that lets you off the hook far too easily when you really hit obstacles that are in your way. The truth is that it's up to you to forge your own path. In fact, you are where you are and who you are based on all of the past decisions that you have made. You don't just wake up one day wealthy or poor. You don't roll out of bed fit or miserably out of shape. Your present reality is driven by 1,000 actions, both tiny and large, that you carry out each and every day, often without even thinking about them. Now, the good news is that the decisions you make today, both now and moving forward into the future, will allow you to become what and who you want to be, and create what it is that you want to create. Now, there are plenty of ways to make choosing the right decisions easier by automating and streamlining your choices. The concept is to give yourself small nudges with incentive to compel you to make choices that are better for you each and every day. It's pretty easy to be overwhelmed by the number of decisions and the amount of stimuli you encounter every given day, which is why it's wise to place yourself in a situation where you're more likely to succeed each and every day. For example, a common problem involves finding the time and the inclination to exercise. With nobody breathing down your neck to go to the gym, it can be often the first item to fall off of your day-to-day to-do list, even if it's actually one of the most important things that you should do every day to ensure your long-term fitness and productivity. Now, here's a crazy step that I know somebody who does this. A step you can take to nudge yourself toward making it into their fitness routine is to sleep in your gym clothes. Or you could actually just lay them out nearby. But that way, when you wake up, you'll automatically have a visual cue telling you that it's time to go work out. First thing in the morning, when you are far less likely to be distracted by all of the other demands of your time. Another example is to nudge yourself toward healthy decisions, is to keep you on a strategy in the grocery stores of shopping around the periphery of the store and avoiding going down the aisles. The healthiest and most nutritious foods tend to be kept on the outsides. Inside the aisles, on the other hand, is where most of the processed and unhealthy food is kept. The types that come in boxes. By just avoiding going down those sections of the store, you can not only have reduced the amount of time you spend by shopping, but you've made it really an easy transition toward making the right culinary decisions. The same also applies for how you keep your groceries in home. You may want to keep the alcohol in a slightly harder to reach location to minimize the likelihood that you're going to be tempted to overindulge. The essential mindset shift is to create an environment that is purposely designed by you, with your needs and goals in mind, rather than letting your day be dictated by the whims of the people and environment around you. Keeping a bottle of water handy at your desk to alleviate thirst so that you don't buy soda, or keeping your floss out by your sink to remind yourself of the importance of flossing are just two ideas for you that can purposely create the environment that is most conducive to the goals that you've laid out for yourself. Another example would be to maintain the sanctity of your bedroom as a place that is safe and free from distraction and noise. Depending on whether or not you're living in a small apartment space or other such environment, you may want to consider making this room off-limit to any kind of electronics, TV, table device, laptop. It has been demonstrated in studies that by using electronics and being exposed to screens immediately before bedtime can make it far more difficult to fall asleep and result in less restful night's sleep as well. By keeping a book at your bedside table instead, you will increase the time you spend cultivating your person, your learning interests, getting better sleep, and cut back on that late night web browsing that may be really indicative of a poor time management habits as well. It is also wise to integrate some visual cues to help you better visualize what it is that your goals are leading you toward. For example, many exercise fanatics keep photographs and images of people with a physique that they desire in areas where they may be exercising. This allows them to stay focused on a long-term goal that can often be hard to keep in the mind really as you're continuing to make that incremental small gains that you don't notice on a daily basis. By firmly planting that visual cue in your mind of where you're headed, you'll be better able to imagine the end success that you're striving toward. Simplicity as a general practice can keep you from making poor decisions. It also preserves your mental capacity for more creative and high-level thought. Some busy executives tend to wear the same color and types of clothes over and over again to ensure that they minimize the amount of time that they have to spend making decisions about what they wear each day. They simplify and optimize what they are going to wear and stick with a set protocol. The same could apply to what you eat for breakfast or other aspects of your daily routine. Try to put the basics on autopilot so you don't need to worry about them, and then you can maintain your energy for more critical issues. Now, along with exercise and health, you need to make sure that you are giving yourself the mental space and time that you need to make decisions without rushing into them impulsively and making poor choices. Take a ruthless look at how you're spending your time and what it is that you're committing yourself to. Do you find that your calendar is being crammed full of activities and inundated that you really don't have time for? Be aware that not deciding what your priority focus is represents a decision in itself. A decision to allow your day and agenda to be dictated by others that are trying to get your focus. Now, have the bravery to say no and keep your schedule relentlessly focused on a few key themes and priority areas that really matter to you. Now, what could you be doing to streamline and simplify your decision-making process today? What lessons can you draw from these examples to help you make sure that you are taking steps that you need to do each and every day to reach the final destinations and goals that you have laid out for yourself, professionally and personally, and create your financial freedom? Be sure and let me know. Post your questions and comments on Facebook and like my page as well. Register on my website, TonyNewmeyer.com, to receive free trainings, inspiration, and more. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And remember, always live rich.